Good morning, guys. Here we are in Thornton on a beautiful winter's day. How nice. And you can see behind me the Blue Boar pub, one of my local haunts. And this morning we're doing a tour of Thornton. I've especially liked to bring you to Thornton this morning because it's the home of the Brontes. Many people think that Haworth is the home of the Brontes, which it is. But the family first came to Thornton because the family were in Hartshead, and because his family was growing, Mr. Bronte wanted to come to a new curacy, so he decided to come to Thornton, which is an old village about 7 miles from Haworth itself, and here other members of the family were born. So as we make our way up this hill now, we're going to go around and see the actual house where members of the Bronte family were born. And as you can see, it's very nice, a very old village. And we'll head up there now. Any more interesting things on the way, I will bring to your attention. Yes, so as we make our way along Market Street, you can see very pretty, very old buildings. It's a really old village, is Thornton, and it really is a nice place to visit because there's so much history here. And we're almost coming up now to the place where the Brontes were born. It's just a little bit further down this street, which is called Market Street, and the Bronte house is on the right hand side.
Hiya, mate.
Hiya, good morning. And yeah, we're really enjoying this. It's a beautiful day, and the history here is wonderful. And we're almost there now at the house itself. Patrick Bronte, he had a large family, and they needed to move from Herefordshire up to Yorkshire to find another curacy, which is just coming up here on the right hand side. Yes, so here we are now at the place, the curacy, where Patrick brought his family back to Thornton over 200 years ago. And in this house there was born 4 members of the family. There was Charlotte, there was Patrick, Emily, Jane and Anne, and you can see the plaque on the wall there. Now this place is a cafe where you can buy. Yeah, so behind me you can see the plaque on the wall of the Brontes who were born here. And this place, they lived here for about 3 years, the Bronte family. And then with the growing family, the father decided that it wasn't big enough, so he wrote to the bishop and asked to be moved. And of course, this is when they were transferred over to Haworth, which is about 7 miles that way. And you can imagine as they walked over to Haworth that it would have been a real journey. Today it takes about 15 minutes in the car, and then it took them all day to get there from here. Yes, so as we leave the Bronte house, you can see the moors in the background as we look down this hill, and you can imagine the journey on a horse and cart 200 years ago as they made their way to Haworth, and we respect what they did there as well. Yes, the building behind me there, you can see it's got an unusual shape. This was known as Coffin's End by the locals, but 200 years ago this was an alehouse, and people used to wrestle bears, and they had some wild carryings on there, but now it's a family dwelling, and it really is quite unique, and shows you the character of this Thornton village. Thornton village is full of wonderful old buildings, and you can see as we walk down the main street the character of all the the different buildings, and it's still intact as it was from 200 years ago. Yeah, this is one of my favourite places in Thornton as you come round here and you can see the old cobble streets. It really is spectacular and a beautiful place to live. I'm happy that this is my local village. It really is such a grand place. Very nice. As we continue our journey along Market Street and the old buildings, I really wanted to show you School, which was built in 1819, and this is a place where the Brontes would have known at that time, and I'll just show you that one there. Yeah, 1819 for this building. Wonderful. Yes, and as we reach the end of Market Street, you can see the in the distance, and of course we pan round to where one of my favourite haunts, the Black Horse pub. Yeah, in all its splendour. Good pint, good food, and really nice. I'm looking forward to when we get back to the normal times we can treat ourselves to a good home cooked food and a good drink. Yeah, Thornton even caters for its residents now. It has its own little park and seating area, which is very nice. I'll just pan around and show you this. Yeah, it's really nice place, and I suggest you come in to visit and have a look for yourself. You can do two things. You can see all the things in Thornton, and you can also go up to Haworth and see the actual parsonage there. There's a lovely museum there. But back at the Thornton birthplace, there's also now a cafe called Emily's, and you can have tea and scones, and there's some artifacts in there as well, which is very substantial. I recommend trying that one as well. Really nice. We're now going to make our way down, actually, to the signposts, which are quite unique for Thornton Village, which I'll show you in a moment. But just as we walk down to the signposts, I just wanted to mention the books, the literary works of the Bronte sisters. Really fantastic, and especially for the books that Anne wrote, especially Tenant of Wildfell Hall. That really is a wonderful book, and it just shows you how ahead of the time the Brontes were. They were really special writers. I know that Emily and Charlotte get all the praise, but Anne was a wonderful writer. Her novels are world renowned, and lots of forward-looking people today, especially women who want to put forward things for the feminist movement, which I totally support. She was so ahead of her time. Read The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. It really is a special book. But I thought this was quite nice to show you as well as we go down here. I'm just being careful because it's still icy and snowing. It really is a Wuthering Heights place at the moment. There's a really special signpost that I just wanted to point out. It's really interesting. We're just getting down to it now. I'm just going down this snowy path, which is really nice. But as you can see, we're just getting down to it now. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's a signpost behind me. This is the signpost that I was talking about. get it in focus for you. Yeah, can you see that one there? Viaduct to Mountain 2 miles, Egypt 2,281 miles, and the Bronte Birthplace, Coffin End, where we've just been, is about 500 yards in that direction. Yeah, Egypt and Moscow there. Because in Thornton there are districts that are called Egypt and Moscow. So it's something else that we can be grateful for in Thornton. Just 5 minutes from the centre of Thornton, I wanted to show you this special area because it shows the viaduct there that really is spectacular. I think it took them about 10 years to complete this viaduct. It really is a special one, and I thought you'd like to see it. It really epitomises Thornton as being such an old village, and this was a popular route in its time. You could get the train all around this area. You could go to Queensbury, Thornton, onto Halifax, and then, you know, through Yorkshire into Lancashire. Really special. And yeah, I often come down here because it's such a tranquil place. It's a nice place to be, and it's only 5 minutes from the village centre. Really is really good. So we'll make our way down and go under the viaduct. Yes, here we are now, coming up to the viaduct itself. Really is such a wonderful, grand place. It takes your breath away, actually. Really is nice. And as you can see, as we pan round, you can see the slopes in the background. That's where even I come sledging on the snowy winter's days. Yes, as we come through the viaduct, the beauty of the place really comes into its own. I'm always impressed when I come this way. Really is really special. We head down. There's usually some horses in the field just on our left-hand side, and I'm hoping that we can pick them up as we go down here. But as you can see, the viaduct now is behind us, and wow, what a vista that is. Yeah, really is wonderful. And you feel you're in the middle of the countryside, but you're only, as I said, 5 minutes from the village. So when you visit, please come and enjoy all the sights of Thornton. Really is a wonderful place to see. And yeah, I can just see ahead of me now as we go down here. There are some horses here, and we'll say hello to the horses. I love these two. They're friends of mine. And as you can see, the viaduct now in the background, and the sun is there. But yes, here we are, look, my two special friends. Yeah, here he is, look. Yeah, what a lovely. Yeah, you want some grass, look. Yeah, he's after some grass. I'll find him some grass. And here's his friend here. Yeah, he's looking after me. Yeah, such nice creatures. They really are wonderful animals. Yeah, so I was going to walk up that road to the hill at the top, but it's quite cold this morning, so I think I'm going to make my way back home. We're going to leave our two friends happily enjoying their food, and we'll say goodbye. Yeah, as you can see, we'll head back up this road now through this wonderful viaduct, head back home for a nice drink, and some of Eva's cooking. Eva couldn't be here today, she's working, but I'll make sure that she comes with us on the next video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.